Hi, welcome back to Therapy Designs. If you're new to this channel, my name is Kelly, and this channel is all about print on demand, specifically using Canva. So if that is something that you're interested in, please stick around. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit different again. Today, I am just going to be talking about kind of returns and a weird trend that I have noticed. So for this, I'm specifically talking about Amazon Merch on Demand, though some of the things I'm going to talk about also apply to other settings as well. And so it has to do with returns. And what I have noticed has been a sharp increase in return rates on my Amazon Merch on Demand that pretty much started in March. So I went ahead and looked back, for the last several months through my return rates. And so if you want to know your return rate, just take how many returns you got and divide that by how many products you sold, and that will give you your return rate. So if I was to go back, almost a year ago, back to June, my return rate in June was 6%. July was 6%. August jumped to 9%. September went down to 5%. October jumped to 9%. November went down to 4%. December was at 5%. So all under 10%. Starting this year in January, I was at 4%. In February, I was at 2%. And then something happened in March. From March, I went from a 2% return rate. All of a sudden, it jumped to 17%, which was like, what happened? And I don't know if anybody has the answers to these questions. There are certain returns that you will expect, usually following holidays. So an unfortunate reality is that there are a lot of people that will buy a holiday shirt, wear it for said holiday, and then return it after the fact. And that is always very annoying and disappointing when it happens, because you may have sold a whole lot of shirts for, let's say, Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and then a week after Cinco de Mayo, everybody returns them. And so that is one of the downfalls of selling for specific holidays, is that you will get some of that. And so that's always annoying. So if a lot of your sales are, holiday-based sales, you may expect to see a certain amount of returns following that holiday, which is one reason why I really like to have a lot of evergreens up. So I'm not saying don't go for holidays, but you really need to have a good mix. You can have your holidays, you can have your trends, but make sure that a good amount, over 50%, I would say, of your stuff, definitely over 50%, should come from evergreens, okay? So that's my caveat there. Make sure you've got a lot of evergreens up, because you will get, post-holiday returns. But I was also wondering, why did the return rate shoot up that high? And when I was looking at some of the things that were being returned, they weren't, things that I would expect. They weren't, just holiday style designs that I would expect returns on. And so I found myself thinking, why are they getting returned? And I tried to look at, ratings or comments, and I didn't see any. And I don't know. And if anybody knows the answer to this or has experienced something similar to this, let me know. I do think that Amazon has changed the brand of some of the shirts. So for example, they have your design, they print it on whatever stock t-shirt they have. I think their stock t-shirt has changed, and it may be that it's not as good of a quality, or that the sizing is off, and now you get a lot of people that are buying the wrong size, getting it's way too big or it's way too small, and returning it. I have definitely had returns where the quality has been bad, and that is on Amazon's part. I mean, obviously, there's nothing you can really do about that. They saw your design, they liked your design, they ordered it, and then they get this shirt, and the shirt is defective. It was a bad cut, and they sent it out anyways. Or the print quality was bad, and the print started peeling up after one wash. I saw that on one of my top-selling shirts, which is annoying, and unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that. And so you will get some of those returns too. I just have no idea how I got that sudden huge jump. And right now we're in April. We're not very far into April. I mean, we're only like a week and a half into April. And I'm just looking at my current return rate right now, and it's at 13%, which is, again, a lot higher than it has been. Usually you want a return rate somewhere around 5%, plus or minus, but you definitely don't want your return rate over 10%. That's a lot. And so if anybody happens to work at Amazon, or happens to know somebody, or happens to know what's going on with that, go ahead, drop a drop a comment in the section below. I have ordered some of my shirts off of Amazon, and I do know that the brand has changed. The shirts that I'm getting now are definitely not the same brand as the shirts I was getting, let's say, a year ago. I'm not sure when that change happened, but I do know that they have changed brands. Now I'm just looking at the t-shirts. Again, I don't know if they've changed brands for like the tank tops or the sweatshirts or anything else. T-shirts are the primary selling product, so that's specifically what I'm looking at, though I have had a lot of returns of tank tops, v-neck shirts, things like that as well. So be aware, it's still better than returns on other platforms. So, as much as I hate it, if I get returns on Amazon Merch on Demand, it cuts into my profits, but I don't stand to lose any money. Now that is definitely different than if I sell things on Amazon via Seller Central, because via Seller Central, if they return something, I've already put the price into producing it and shipping it out. And if they return it, now I'm out that money. And not only am I out that money, but Amazon then charges me to have it shipped back. So now I'm out even more money. Similar thing would happen if you were selling on Etsy, but on Etsy, if you want to, you can at least, you can say no returns. You can create a no return policy on Etsy. Amazon, you cannot. Amazon will automatically, give free returns to everybody, which includes, free return shipping, which would come out of your pocket. So, at least with Amazon Merch on Demand and things like Redbubble, you're not losing money on returns. I guess you're losing profits, but you're not going to be out money the same way that you would lose money if you were selling on something like, Etsy or Amazon via Seller Central. Okay, so that was just my kind of quick comments on returns. If you have any questions about that or topics related to that you would like me to discuss, drop it in the comment section below. I will definitely try to get back to you on that. But that was my my little annoying thing that I have just noticed recently that I wanted to talk about. So I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're making a lot of sales. I hope you're not getting a ton of returns, but if you are, let me know. Keep thinking about holidays to come. I did mention Cinco de Mayo is coming up in under a month, so if you don't have those designs up, make sure you do. And then we will be going over how to create more designs going forward, so please stick around. That's it for today's video. If you found this useful and would like to see more videos with helpful tips and tricks, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the weekly videos. As always, keep growing and stay creative, and we'll see you next time.